I saw your expression there.
Yeah.
Local government administrators, they are incapable. They just cannot meet 70% of, should I say, revenue generation to actually offset some of those or take care of the things that should be taken care of in the locality.
That is not true. I have to completely disagree with Governor Bayelsa Dixon. See, this is part of the problem we were trying to analyze earlier, that the governors give excuses for the imperformance of local government because they use them as surrogates to hold base of their power. And that is why no local government chairman have been convicted of malappropriation, mismanagement, up to date. Now, I was the vice chairman of a local government, so I know the workings of the local governance. On the average local government, and I'm talking of Lagos, because Lagos, we have a large staff that we pay. Now, when we pay our staffs, it's between 9-11 million naira monthly, yes, and we get 40 million allocation, so we have 30 million outstanding after paying salaries. So that is not 70%.
Of teachers now, inclusive, because people have said that most times what usually happens is that even the salaries of teachers, local governments cannot afford, and it is their primary responsibility to pay teacher salaries.
Thank you. Primary education is for local government. Secondary school teachers are not involved. How many primary schools teachers do they have? This included. I am telling you the salaries. Now, what the next thing they will tell you, salary is probably like 20% of their expenditures.
You're saying that the 9 to 11 million which you used to pay,
yes,
also included the salaries of teachers?
Yes, such teachers are included. We pay all our salaries, and we pay the obas, we pay the bales. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, they will come in with recurrent expenditures, that we have outstanding legal obligations to pay this, to pay for that, maybe another 5-10 million. But that is at the decision of the ESCO, of the chairman and its ESCO to decide how that money will be prioritized. If you have immediate emergencies, you put money aside for that. If you have immediate things, like for instance, you can say this time around in a month, I will attend to 3 roads. Or this month, because of the potholes is becoming larger and larger, I want to fix my potholes first. So this is not true. And then the issue of internal generated revenue, they are not being honest with it. It is a slush fund for many of the grassroots politicians who have helped the governor to get into office. They use that to earn money for themselves. So you find many Nigerians, the hard-working Nigerians, who are poor, selling onions, selling peppers, and selling wares. The local government task force will go and raid them to collect IGR from them. That the purpose of that IGR, the money never goes into the coffers of the local government, because they don't even give the pepper seller a demand notice where they will go to the bank and pay the money into it. They will collect the cash from them. So you find these functionaries have printed their own receipts, and they collect money and extort money from hardworking average Nigerians. So the money does not even go to the coffers of the local government.
There is no process of accountability?
There is none. There is none. That is because it is a local government. People have they have found a systematic way for people not to be concerned about the going-ons of local government. We are not putting a beam into it. We need to look and know exactly what is happening. This is what the governors and the parties are doing. They are finding a way so that you don't really want to bother that they don't have anything. There's nothing meaningful in the local government.
Well,
so
apart from Lagos and a couple of other states where we have democratically elected administrators in the grassroots in place, yes, in a host of other states, there's still the case of administrators, caretaker committees, and the likes, even though there's no space for it in the Constitution.
Exactly.
Does it make for better development for the localities, or does it develop the pockets of some people?
It does develop the pocket of some people, because when you have a caretaker committee, what the governor is doing, the governor is taking his time to find the perfect timing that he feels, or his advisors or the party feels, that the people would vote for them. So you can have caretaker committees illegally for years. A governor can run a full term by twisting the system and not conduct a local government election. And I will tell you something else. The state assembly is a tool. They have eroded the constitutional rights of local governance. Systematically, all of them have done that. So you find out in most states in Nigeria, local governments don't have guidelines. By constitution, once they are inaugurated, the Ministry for Local Government is supposed to bring in a guideline that you will submit to the state assembly for ratification, that this is the modus operandi of how you are supposed to operate in a local government. So there is no guideline for any local government in Nigeria. They do that on purpose because they can manipulate the independency of those local governments. That is why when you see councillors impeach a chairman, the chairman will run to the House of Assembly, talk to his House of Assembly member who are supporters, because it is the council chairman that helped the assemblyman to get elected. So he will run to the assemblyman and listen, there's fire on the mountain. Remember, I'm the one holding forth for you at home. These councillors have impeached me. You will see the turnaround. That assembly would now truncate the constitutional right of the councillors to impeach their chairman and say, no, you cannot impeach this chairman, you must return this chairman, he has not done anything wrong.
Looks like big business.
It is big business.
Looking also at the process, someone will wonder, why is it that, any state governor will also want to subvert the process? We've seen the National Assembly, the House of Representatives, to be more specific, try to stop the monies that are coming to both the state and local governments from being joint. They believe that the local government should have more autonomy, should be a little more independent, and as such are moving for local governments to get their money directly from the federal from the Federal Allocation Accounts Committee.
It's a welcome.
Do you think that could actually help?
It is a welcome development to help to an extent, because the way it helps is this: if the money of allocation goes directly to the local government, it creates that sense of independence. Because what the state governors do is this: they will call the council chairman, every one of them, to a ESCO meeting, which is called JAC. They call it the JAC meeting. They will call it to a JAC meeting. You all sit down, and the governor will say, my boys, well, I have this project I want to do in Lagos. I have this project I want to do in Ibadan. I have this project I want to do in Kaduna. This is what I want to do. I'm going to need every one of you to donate 10 million. Of course, it's the one holding the money. So, he's telling you that it's a program that you should accept. So you have to accept in front of him. You are not sitting in your council and the governor is telling you, I want you to partner with me. No. The governor is telling you that I already have a program, that I need your money, some of your money each, to institute in your local government. So, but I will do it for you. I will just take it at source. And that has created problem when local government, when governors leave office, or when they have problem with their parties. They use it to accuse them of tinkering with the money allocation of local government. And you've seen some governors who have gone into trouble. Benga Daniel is having one with the local government chairman that's been shouting that they may remain illegally deducting money. So it's a welcome development if they can do that. That was in the past.
Would that also put the local governments in some trouble? Because if ideally and honestly they truly do not have the funds to carry out some of the projects that they need to carry out, would they not run into trouble? And who would they run to for help if truly they have problems? Because as it stands now, some states maintain that the monies that the local government gets is not enough, and that they have to augment it.
It's a lie, and I'll tell you why it's a lie. Every state governor, all the governors forum they've been having, have you ever had a governor say that when you share the federal allocated money that you should give local government more? No. Every one of them have proposed that give states more. Federal government, you're not supposed to take as much as you're taking, is too much. We are the one spending money. They did not try to champion the need for grassroots development. They never asked that local government should have an increment No governor. And you can check that.
Because it looks like the state government is always in charge. They're the ones fixing road, making, renovating schools, doing stuff. So the only place most people get to see development is maybe you see people with all sorts of uniform with different colors. Let's say they are local government functionaries collecting money from Okada riders, collecting money from the market woman.
Exactly
so that is the only place that they can fare well.
That is why the decay of our roads is so large, because the state government is thinking that overnight they can be in all the places at the same time. Go and see Lagos roads. No local government is doing anything. That is why it's so deplorable, because the state governor cannot move into all the localities and fix them simultaneously. And I listened to the chairman or the chairman of the public works, and I listened to him. He was giving excuses that, well, when the rain, the asphalt, this and that, and I laughed. For heaven's sake, in America they have snow, ice, sleet. They have never complained about the time when asphalt is being made. Excuses. Why? For in-performance or under-performance. They are all making excuses. So, but this is the real reason why they cannot perform. They are trying to serve the capacity that they are not built for. The bureaucracy of the state government does not have the capacity to engage all of the states simultaneously. That is why you have local government.
What should the people be doing if the electorates are not, have they been complaining that they need their own administrators?
People have been, I'll tell you, people have been bamboozled in Nigeria. People they are almost wanting to leave governance and do their own privately. They've given up on government. And this is the intent of those who want to manipulate the system. Is to get people to be disinterested in any of this local, and we cannot allow that. We must see the electoral process, that in the electoral process the greatest place we can transform Nigeria is through the local government, and meaningful people who are capable should be allowed to be there. So what I want to urge Nigerians is that in local government election, do not look at it as a party affair or an affair of local thugs and market women. It is not. The reason, because it does not matter how successful you are. Even a state governor will pass through a local government road to get to his house. So if your local government chairman is incapable, you will suffer the consequences. It does not matter how successful you are, because the police stations will not be equipped. It will not be assisted. Infrastructures, local infrastructures will not be there. So you are fooling yourself. It will affect you. So local governance is the bedrock of any development, whether rich or poor, that can benefit us the most.